Hello everybody. Hey, today we're going to start into our number 9 deep dive for a social media management product from Montgomery 2320 Business Development Services. Now, Montgomery 2320 Business Development Services helps people to develop and start their own businesses. We help those that would not normally get any help to start a healthy and sustainable business that will have a chance to grow forward. Hello. Today in our social media management product for Montgomery 2320 Business Development Services. Today, this is, like I said, this is our number 9 deep dive. Now, on this one, let's get right into it because it's really getting interesting. This one's for for those who are starting to get some clarity, on your social media program and process and everything, and really getting some ideas around how you're developing or how to develop your social media management program for you and your business. Okay. Now today we're going to focus on enjoy the learning process and growing forward for sustainability. That's the reality. You have to get to the point where you're actually enjoying the learning process and growing forward for sustainability. You have to enjoy doing this. You have to. A social media program is not going to develop itself, and it surely is not going to maintain itself. And if you do not enjoy doing it, you will neglect it. You will not maintain it. You will not keep it going. You will not have the energy to sustain what a healthy and vibrant social media program even looks like. And so, for you or your social media manager, you have to understand that actually both of you have to enjoy the process, and growing forward for sustainability. This is all about the now and the then, not the was and the when. We used to do, we're already past that. The paradigms are changing. The paradigms are shifting. We're no longer that anymore. We're no longer that anymore. It's not that world anymore. And it's very important that we get our minds wrapped around these realities. The piece that I really don't know. I really don't enjoy. Here's the reality. And you got to really look at your own personal self and look at, those around you. I seriously doubt that you yourself are, not using some form of social media on a regular basis, whether it be a little bit, whether it be a lot, what have you, or those that are around you are. So the reality of it is you're already there. You just have to really start getting your mind wrapped around, okay, doing it for, an actual sustainable purpose, as the platforms are developed and structured for. I'm hearing a lot of very interesting things, and the reality of it is these platforms are here. Now they're changing, they're developing and so forth, but your interaction with them is going to be paramount to you and your business growing forward. And that's that part, growing forward for sustainability. You have to make sure that you position yourself, position your business, position your social media management program in a posture of sustainability. It's not about, like I say, it's not about the was and the when, and then it's about the is and the when. And so, looking forward, growing forward. That's why God put that on my heart years ago, growing forward. You hear me say it a lot, and I'm going to keep saying it because I live by that. I live by that. And God has brought me, literally, when He instilled that into me years ago, that actual, phrase, growing forward, is what, one of the main drivers for me in everything that I do. In developing the programs, processes, platforms, what have you, that growing forward piece, growing forward for sustainability. And the sustainability piece cannot be overlooked because reality of it is there's no sense in building something if it's not going to be sustainable. So growing forward for sustainability is very important. And if you don't enjoy the process, that growing forward for sustainability is a good chance that it just might not happen. It might not occur. You have to learn to enjoy the process of developing your social media program. I mean, you have to. I mean, it's so many different, different platforms. There's so many different nuances to each platform, and they're they're in a constant flux, and it's constantly changing. The atmosphere, the environment, the climate is always changing. And in order to stay at least some abreast of it, you have to be into it on a regular basis. Every now and then, do a little detox or what have you. But the reality of it is you have to really, put the hammer down, and in order to do that, you have to enjoy doing it. Hence, enjoy the learning process. That should, make it a hobby. Make it a hobby. The learning process. And growing forward for sustainability. These are things that have to become a part of your daily journey, when you're developing your social media program, and I can't say it enough because, I reiterate these things continuously so that they stick, We had a great seminar the other day, and I mean, a lot of great people, and I can't wait to put the content out. It's gonna be awesome, and one of the presenters, Donald Martin, he spoke about the consistency piece, and I mean it was so awesome, I'm like to be surrounded by people that get that, to be surrounded by people that actually get that consistency pieces. It's not just a neat idea, it's mandatory. We have to be consistent. Same thing for your social media program. You have to be consistent about developing it on a regular basis, about, not just trying to find the perfect picture, like I've said before, not just about trying to find the perfect, passage or phrase or copy, not just about trying to find the perfect video or the perfect sound bite, a consistent process. It's a living, breathing thing nearly at this point. And you have to act accordingly. I mean, it's almost like, it's like a digital representation of our natural, nature, environment, outside. So, I mean, it's tantamount to that level. It's not got quite to that level yet, but it's pretty close. It's taken on some lifelike characteristics, and you have to be involved in it to actually be able to understand and see those nuances on a regular basis. But that comes from enjoying the process, the learning process. Once you start enjoying the learning process, it's second nature. It's just flowing. In your social media program for you and your business is going to be like none other. Here's the thing: as many people that are on it, there are more that are not, and those that are on it are not nowhere near that engaged for them in their businesses. So there's still some opportunity there for you and your business, depending, no matter what the industry is. Actually, there's like really a lot of, no matter what your business is, I pretty much guarantee you, you wanna kind of flatten the curve for you in your area, in your vicinity, in your local area or your region. Get active on social media. Build and develop an active social media platform or program. And depending upon how you're interacting with others out in the community, what your network of friends and your exterior social life, are, it's going to be predicated upon a lot of the movement that you get on that. So the more people that you're involved with on the outside of social media, are going to 9 times out of 10 engage with you on social media, and then that's going to branch out as well. So you have a lot of opportunity. Now, for those who have no exterior social life, maybe their whole entire social being is on social media. Okay, but if you have neither, and this is something that you have to really be cognizant of. If you have neither, and you've been complacent, like most people, it's not your fault. This is just the environment that we're in. Just because you're complacent doesn't mean that you did something wrong. We're all complacent in a lot of different ways, and that's what we're learning. And we'll start to, get your mind wrapped around. We're all learning this process now in a lot of different ways. We've all been very complacent about a lot of things for a long time. So get over that piece. get over that piece, get over that self-conscious piece, and just kind of move past that and just understand, now's the time that we can drop that, that shell of being complacent and come out and say, hey everybody, like I said it, in the seminar the other day, worst case scenario, you go on social media and you just drop one thing on there 5 times a day, every day consistently. If nothing else, it'll generate conversation between you and those that know you, and on the other side, it'll generate these ways of getting your message or your face or whatever it is that you do out there putting it out there in the ether, so that, least ways there's something out there of yours for you and your business that people can grab a hold of, all over the world at any given time. And, that's a level of reach that you're just not going to get from anywhere else. Let's be honest. You're not getting that reach from anywhere else. So if you don't enjoy the learning process, and growing forward for sustainability in your social media program, it's going to be a little bit more than a struggle. It's going to be a big struggle, and I take these things even from, my personal interactions, professionally and personally with a lot of different, individuals. And unfortunately, I did not realize, a lot of people struggle here, and that's okay. A lot of people struggle here, but we have to, as business owners and business developers, whether we have a pre-existing business, and here's the thing, those that have pre-existing businesses actually need to take more from this video than those who are starting off. I'm gonna be honest with you. This video series is actually more for those who have pre-existing businesses than anybody, because the reality of it is you already have something, you already have so much skin in the game that you have to breathe some life into your business that hopefully you're aware is under the pressure of an economic culture shift. If you're not aware, news break. Your business is under the pressure of an economic culture shift. Globally. No one's exempt. No one's exempt. Well, I'm doing really good, great. But are you growing forward for sustainability? Probably not as much as you think you are. Because here's the thing. Now, this is 2021 now. The climate by 2025, by 2030, forget about it. Forget, I don't care what industry you're in. If you plan on keep doing what you've been doing in whatever business you're in and expecting for that to be doing great, 2025 and 2030, talk to me then. I'm really, if you're honest with yourself and you're honest, with the world, I'm pretty sure if you're just gonna do status quo, there's gonna be a lot of struggles, and that's only if you're still in business at that point. So the reality of it is this is time to, like I said, this is, gloves off time. This is gloves off time. It's bare knuckle action. This is just the truth, because the reality of it is we are in a historically paradigm shifting global economic metamorphosis, evolution, change, shift, all of that, now. And the reality of it is let's just be honest. 10 years ago, social media is not even a thing when it comes to your business. Not even a thing when it comes to your business. This ain't then. This is now. Now, social media is and must be a part of your business. It just is what it is. So the sooner you get your head wrapped around that, the sooner you'll be, developing a social media program for you and your business, that's going to be, built to grow forward sustainably. It's just that real. So enjoy the learning process. Enjoy it. Spend time with your friends and your coworkers on this. Really spend some time, those that you employ, with your, mastermind group or what have you. Really spend some time on these conversations, understand, that it's okay that you don't know everything. Get into the group, say, hey guys, I don't know nothing about this. Let's talk about it. Because the reality of it is, this day of, you being perfect in every which way, get that out your mind. We're in a whole new world right now. And so if you don't enjoy the process of and growing forward for sustainability, you're going to struggle in major ways. Your mental health is, things that I focus on, Food by the Word, 5 pillars, spiritual health, physical health, mental health, emotional health, and financial health. And the reality of it is that transcends into every aspect of my life and everything and everybody that I come in contact with. And the reality of it is, focusing on those 5 right there, just on those 5 right there, that mental health piece, enjoying the process, if you're not enjoying it, we all have enough struggles with our mental health and well-being to be doing something and being miserable doing it. So enjoy the learning process and growing forward for sustainability. I'll talk to you later. God bless you.